everyone, my name is Cassidy Fletcher. I'm the soybean and wheat product manager for Seedway. Today I'm standing in our Hall location. This is a research plot where we have varieties planted from a group 1 all the way up to a group 2-9. So our soybean lineup, we offer ExtendFlex varieties as well as E3. We also offer conventional and organic as well as conventional high oil beans. So in this plot we have a bunch of different varieties planted, E3 and ExtendFlex, and I want to walk you through some of our highlight varieties today. So I want to talk to you guys about this variety today. This is our 1143 ExtendFlex soybean. So this soybean is a group 1-1. This soybean has one of the best genetic tolerances to white mold that we've ever seen. So it's not fully resistant, but when you have the white mold pressure, this yields right through it. This variety goes into narrow rows really well as those wide rows. If you want to get into the field early and get off and plant wheat behind it, this is a variety that really is one that you want to get out there. This is a child of one of our older varieties, the 1863 ExtendBean. So this is some genetics that we are familiar with. If you want to get on and get off early, you want to be putting this 1143 in there. So Seedway produces all of our own soybeans. We actually produce a lot of them right here in Hall, New York. Unlike other companies, what we want to do is we want to get these soybeans in our environments and in our sectors and really see how they do on our acre. So it's really true to how you're going to be planting it on your farms. So one of these next beans that I want to talk to you about is a really defensive bean. We've seen it produce really well here in New York, and this is actually grown really close to our headquarters here in Hall. This SG1723, this is a really defensive bean. If you've got a tough acre, you've got an acre that doesn't have a lot of organic matter, this is the bean that you're going to want to put out there. It's a defensive bean, a little bit shorter stature, it stands really well, but this is going to produce in those stressed acres and those stressed environments. So if you're really looking at some tough acres, you're going to want to put this one on there, and you're going to get consistent yields year after year with this bean. So this year, Seedway released a new class of soybeans called the X class. So this class of soybeans has the biggest genetic gain that we've ever seen in soybeans. We're really pushing the yield. The breeders have been working really hard with that. So this class that I brought in, this X class, what it has is some attributes that you farmers and you dealers have been looking for. These pod high off the ground for easy harvest. They handle our East Coast acre. So we're really excited to bring these new X-Class soybeans to you. So our earliest X-Class soybean that we have is our 1994. So this is a group 1-9. This soybean is eager out of the ground if you're going to be planting early into cool soils. It jumps out of the ground for good row cover and good weed control. This also has really good white mold tolerance for those acres. It pods up off the ground and allows that airflow through it. So this bean is an ExtendFlex, so we do get that Liberty and dicamba in there, but it has really good tolerance to frog eye, our brown stem rot, and our phytophthora for those heavy wet acres as well. So in the X class, this is one that you really want to look out for if you really want to push that yield bubble and move up to the next bracket in yield gain. So I've talked a lot about yield and how we're really pushing the bubble on yield gain, but one of the other things I want to talk about is the disease resistance of these varieties. So as I look at them, I want to look at varieties that are resistant or tolerant to the diseases that we see in our environments. And one of the main ones that we're seeing, it's the biggest yield robber of soybeans right now, is soybean cyst nematode. So right where we're at today, we do not have presence of soybean cyst nematode, but in the neighboring counties we have found it. So this next variety that I want to look at is one that has a new gene to control the soybean cyst nematode. So this next variety, our 2423s, that's right here with me, this has a different gene to control our soybean cyst nematode. Whereas most of our other varieties have the gene, the PI88788, that is becoming resistant. The soybean cyst nematodes are really becoming resistant to it, and we're not getting the full control. With this 2423 right here, we have a new peaking gene. So this peaking gene actually has not shown any resistance. We are getting full control of the soybean cyst nematodes. So really what we've got here is we've got an underground protection against those nematodes to really make it so they can't eat away at your yields. So this is one, if you know you have soybean cyst nematode pressures in your soils, we want to get this bean out there so that we can control them better.